Alright guys, it's my absolute pleasure to bring you to the top 3 of the top 100 NFL players of 2023, as voted by their peers. At number 3, a surprise entry, I'm going to say, in the place of the GOAT Tom Brady. It's Jalen Hurts, QB for the Eagles. They made it to the Super Bowl last year. He has an incredible offensive line in front of him, and he's got some fairly decent options as far as through the air and also along the ground. So, what we're going to do is we're going to look at his profile, his Wikipedia profile. We're going to run through his stats from last year, career stats, see where he's at this early in his career. Then we're going to watch his video, and then we are going to place him in a rugby team. All right, guys, let's go. Jalen Alexander Hurts was born on August 17th, 1998. He's 25 years of age, born in Houston, Texas, 6'1", just over 200 pounds. So he's built. Alabama from 16 to 18, then went to Oklahoma in 2019, got drafted in the second round of the 2020 draft with pick number 53 to the Eagles, and he's been there ever since. Made a Pro Bowl. 2022 was his breakout season by the looks of things. Burt Bell Award, which is, I haven't heard that one, presented by the Maxwell Football Club to the Player of the Year in the National Football League. Okay. Pro Bowl in 2022, Super Bowl participant, unfortunately wasn't the winner, and second team All-Pro selection. I can't recall any single statistic from last year, but if we scroll down just a little, he did run a 4.5, 4.59 for the 40-yard dash. We'll call it 4.5. 35 on the vertical, 10'5" on the broad jump, 21 on the Wonderlic, which is under par if I do say so myself. But as far as his statistics during the 2022 season, 15 games played, 14-1. He had 2 games off because it was revealed during week 14 that he sprained his throwing shoulder, ruling him out for the Eagles' week 16 game against the Cowboys. Despite his injury, Hurts would help lead the Eagles to a 22-16 victory over the Giants in week 18. So he had 2 weeks off, a sprained throwing shoulder. That's the last thing you want to hear. 15 games played, 14-1, 3,701 passing yards, 22 passing touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 165 rushing attempts. See, that's the thing. I almost forgot about his threat along the ground. 165 attempts for 760 yards at an average of 4.6, bringing his career total rushing yards through 3 seasons to 1,898, and that would put a lot of running backs to shame. 13 rushing touchdowns last year, bringing his career total to 26. He's thrown for 44 with 19 interceptions. It's an average of about 2-1. Well, I'll call it 5-2. And hey, they went deep in the postseason, deeper than most, and he got rewarded for his efforts. On April the 17th, 2023, he signed a 5-year contract extension for $255 million. $50 million per year. Well, 51, making him the highest paid player in NFL history. Although that was surpassed just 10 days later by Lamar Jackson's contract with the Baltimore Ravens. The deal also included a no-trade clause, the first in Eagles history. A no-trade clause, where's that? The deal, which reportedly included $179.304 million in guarantees and a no-trade clause, which I'm assuming means that he can't ask for a trade. He can't request a trade. He is locked in for at least the next 5 years. And to think he got picked up late in the second round of the draft. What were they thinking? What the fuck? In addition to football, this is in high school, Hurts participated in powerlift. As a sophomore in high school, he was squatting 500 pounds in the weight class of 198. Wow, that is impressive. All right, let's get into his video.
Top 100, I would say.
It's a great question.
Either Jalen or Mahomes. I'm going to pick Jalen.
I would say Jalen Hurts this year, man.
I think you got to show love to Jalen Hurts.
You know what? I reckon as a fan, looking from the outside, not really watching too many games, just hearing, seeing a few news stories, watching a few highlights, he's a player that's flown under the radar. I mean, last year, second season in the league, played a full season, didn't even make the list. What happened?
Who's number one?
Jay Hurts. I think he's the number one player this year.
I'll choose Jalen Hurts for number one.
I would say Jalen.
I think you gotta go Jalen.
Tonight it don't take nothing but you being yourself.
Damn, bro.
Nothing but you being yourself.
That is
When
some
you're around
respect.
people of this caliber, you're not surprised when they have success. If you truly see how they work, you're not surprised at all.
Who gets your vote as the number one player in the league this year?
I'm gonna go Jalen Hurts.
You conquer the moment. You take advantage of the moment.
A lot of people out there doubting him just coming in every day, keeping his head down, working.
25 years of age, the leader that he quite clearly is.
From whistle to whistle, every snap, every play.
Without him, there was no Super Bowl appearance for the Eagles.
That's really all you need to say.
Go! Turn it! Go! Let's go!
One of the toughest-minded dudes I've been around. How he carries himself, who he is as a person.
The way he commanded that Eagles team, poised throughout the whole year. Everybody's been talking down on him.
I challenge everybody in this room to do their job. I just told Coach Singleton, the ball security, everybody.
For them to just run through the NFL how they did, it was a lot of games that wasn't even close.
Jalen, 140 quarterback rating, 4 touchdowns. Great job.
Who's the number one guy?
I'm gonna say Jalen Hurts. Make big plays with his feet or big plays with his arm. Take one away and he might kill you with the other.
I'm going to watch a bit more Jalen Hurts, I'll tell you that much.
What a game we are seeing. Put
Primetime
together by
TV, this guy.
Jalen Hurts. He is special.
You got a quarterback squatting 500, okay?
Bro, in high school.
We got a quarterback squatting 500.
That's the quarterback sneak with
That's
a little
crazy.
bit of turbo.
That's over 5
What he did
plays.
this past year was just like crazy. You're like, dang.
So there's clearly some strength.
Running quarterbacks, really want to move around a lot, but he's a guy that can stand in the pocket and just sling it.
He's a guy who can rip it. And we talk about rip it, I mean, not just deep balls, not just short passes, but he is accurate.
He is going deep. It is caught. A.J. Brown, touchdown. He is firing, and it is a touchdown, A.J. Brown. Hurts is going
A.J.
deep.
Brown by any chance?
Who has it? Hurts looking. Hurts firing. Devontae Smith, touchdown. He is
Brown
going
Smith.
deep for Quez Watkins, who has it, goes in for the touchdown.
Or Watkins. Oh, let's have a look at this. Bang! Bang off the left. Bang off the left again.
Right. It was tough. I mean, it was a really tough environment that day. And yeah, he was playing like it was fine. Arm talent jumps off the film for sure.
Damn, bro. To be able to sling that ball round, right? Still have the velocity and the trajectory like that in the rain. I mean, a slippery ball can, cause the best of the quarterbacks to become unstuck, right? No pun intended. But in this case,
He's been extremely accurate.
does he throw with a glove?
Let me tell you, Jalen Hurts did a heck of a job in this game, considering the conditions. There is nothing that this young quarterback is incapable of.
He doesn't throw with a glove. He's throwing an NFL leather football in the rain. I mean,
Jalen Hurts is a great quarterback for this league. He's not really looking to scramble.
and look, I know every quarterback's expected to do that, right? And they've done it before and they'll do it again. But in this case, we are focusing on Jalen Hurts, and I'm going to give him his props.
He's a pocket passer. He's just able to use his legs. He got good legs. Dual quarterbacks make the defense that they're going against a little undisciplined. You got to choose one. Either you're going to cover or get out of coverage to go tackle the quarterback. Hurts beat us from a quarterback draw.
Game on the line. He's going to run. He's in! Touchdown! Jalen Hurts!
He is he's a threat. He's a threat everywhere. You can't open up the middle of the field like that because he will take it every single time.
How we need to make that call. Get him off the squat rack.
Proud of y'all. It's a great win. Let's go get another one. Let's go. Eagles on 3, 1, 2, 3. There you go.
I mean, Chris Jones is not only impressed, but it seems obsessed with Jalen Hurts' powerlifting numbers. And to be honest, once I read it, I was too.
What did he run for, like 157?
Yeah.
In the Jordan cleats? In the Jordan cleats, he going crazy.
That's right, Mr. Speed. Air Jalen rushed for 157 yards on Sunday Night Football.
Just trying to imagine him like having taken the handoff, right? beating tackles with ease like that as a running back.
Including playoffs.
He could play running back. In fact, let's just do a little bit of research. So he was a quarterback in high school, but he also rushed for 1,391 yards during his junior season. During his senior season. Throughout his high school career, Hurts was rated as a 4-star recruit and was ranked among the top dual-threat quarterbacks in the class of 2016. So, he's always been considered a dual-threat quarterback. He's always been considered, the second coming of Michael Vick. But he's a 4.6, not a 4.4. He's not quite Lamar Jackson along the ground. He's not quite Josh Allen through the air, but he mixes all of that together. I mean, he's got to the level now where you don't compare him to anyone else. He is Jalen Hurts, and that's it.
He led the NFL with 18 rushing touchdowns.
What?
With 18 rushing touchdowns. Including playoffs, he led the NFL with 18 rushing touchdowns.
How did I miss that? Holy shit! Okay, he had 13 rushing touchdowns. For whatever reason, I skimmed over that. As a quarterback, add the 5 in the postseason, 18 rushing touchdowns as a QB. All right, now it's making sense.
Jalen Hurts is a Super Bowl caliber quarterback.
Everything you went through to get him. Everything we did to get him. Let's go. Family on 3, 1, 2, 3.
I said it at my press conference, but if there was any doubters, there's no more. Everybody thinks of him as a runner, but the way he was able to throw the football, especially in the Super Bowl, it shows the talent that he has.
You know what? Funnily enough, I thought of him as a thrower. And having watched this video, having looked at his statistics, now I know he's a runner. So I'm going to say
And that ball is landed in the
he's the best of both.
place.
He had the best performance in the Super Bowl that I've ever seen of a quarterback. Running the ball, throwing the ball, he balled out.
I mean, I can't remember it, but I'll trust your judgment, Chris. Have a look at that. It's not meant to be that easy. But I'll tell you what, he does have an offensive line for the ages.
And him is the Super Bowl 2-point conversion. A lot of traffic. Just able to maneuver around and to get those extra 2 points.
That was not guaranteed by any means.
Hurts has done everything imaginable.
The way that he works, I expect him to get better and better every year, and I expect to play him in a lot of big games as my career goes on.
Jalen's got an unbelievable head on his shoulders. He's got all the intangibles. He's got all the physical traits. He can make any throw on the field, and he's got the legs to run with DBs. So it's no surprise to me that he's had the type of season he had this past year.
With 1.9...
Yeah, thanks, Jace. Really appreciate that insight. But it's time for me to give my unique insight into Jalen Hurts and how he would transition as a rugby player. Being that he's a quarterback, being that, passing is... Look, that side of the game is taken care of, okay? We don't have to worry about that. Be that to the left or to the right. I think with a bit of training, he could spiral past with the best of them. But it's that running ability that would mean he would be one of those, Carlos Spencer, King Carlos type of first fives, right? Quade Cooper, the Quade Cooper type of first 5/8. The Richard Mwanga type of first 5/8. The first 5/8 that is just as much of a threat running the ball as he is distributing the ball. And what that means is that if and when a gap opens up in front of him, he's got the ability to go through it. If that gap closes, he's got the ability to pass it. If there was no gap to begin with, he's got the ability to kick. Or at least I think he would. On defense, if he is lacking, it's going to show. But I'm going to say at 6'1" and over 100 kg. I mean, we've placed guys 6'1" and 100 kgs outside of him at second 5/8. I mean, and with the ability to run. But, you look at a guy that big with that much strength, especially in the lower body, he's going to be able to put a shot in, right? He's going to be able to tackle someone. Maybe not in the world of NFL because they are preserving their body for the next play. And if it is picked off, well, it's not Jalen Hurts' job to take him down. But in the game of rugby, it would be. I feel like he's the combination of everything. I'm surprised that he's in the top 3, but having heard the opinions of his fellow players, I guess I'm not that surprised. I'd place Jalen Hurts in at number 10, the fly half, the first 5/8, the playmaker, the guy who's going to get the ball the most during the game, and the guy who has to use his decision-making ability in a split second to make the right decision, make the right call, set up his outside men for, inside channels, outside channels, use his ability to open up the game. And that's exactly what he does in American football, and that's exactly what he could do in rugby. Thanks for watching, guys. That is the third to last video. We have 2 more players to go. Can I complete it on day 7? I'll give it my best fucking shot. Thanks for watching, guys. Thank you so much for the support. Let's keep going. Let's finish this shit.